Hey there, I think it's time to talk about Boeing. Is it too big? Should it be broken up? I'm not an economist, I have no idea, but I am a concerned citizen. And I'll give you my 2 cents on the matter. Let's talk about it. Hey, let's go back in a little history. It's the Bell telephone. It got its roots in 1876 when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. And Bell and Tom Sanders and Gardner Hubbard filed a patent for it and created the Bell Patent Association. In 1934, the FCC came about and wanted to regulate it. And regulating telephone service turned that company into the American Telephone and Telegraph Company, which became the largest company in the world. There was an antitrust issue, and that lasted 8 years for exclusionary practices of competition, which led into an agreement to break up then AT&T into 7 smaller companies. The breakup was intended to not only end the antitrust practices, but after the breakup, the scale and the diversity of the telecommunications industry was definitely increased. Now we have Verizon and Ryan Gosling's Mint Mobile, which got bought out by that company T-Mobile. That it's created a new day. Is it time for Boeing to have that new day? Hey. Well, the Boeing situation is kind of different. We're not talking about antitrust or anything like that. We are talking about a company too big and too diverse to handle the responsibilities that go along with the products that they supply. Hey, it annoys me that the safety plan Boeing supplied to the FAA, which the FAA had asked for and is still pretty cold on, is called the Product Safety and Quality Plan. Well, I think it should have been called the Safety and Quality Plan for products. Safety first, right? If safety is first, then it's first. Not one of the 171,000 employees at Boeing thought of this. I'm not the bright star here, but safety first means, hey, safety first. And if you go to their website, safety isn't first. It's the 5th tab over. It's in between services and innovation. Safety first, Can't let go of a couple rundowns here of Boeing's current situation. They have a lot of challenges. They had the Boeing 737 MAX issue, they have the door falling off issue, the oxygen generator shifting out of position on Boeing 737s, and the Starliner spacecraft, the propulsion system malfunctioned and it is still stuck at the International Space Station. Now Boeing wants to buy Spirit Aerospace. Well, they owned it before, then they got rid of it, and it grew like crazy. And now Boeing wants it back because it'll be safer and streamlined. And vertical integration certainly has a lot more controls, and therefore Boeing says it'll be safer. I kind of get that part, but Spirit isn't a lone wolf here. They are suppliers to other competitors. They're a supplier to Northrop Grumman on the B-21 program. They're a supplier to Airbus on the A220 and A350 commercial airliner program in direct competition with Boeing. And Bell Helicopters, Spirit Aerosystem builds a fuselage, and now Bell, hey, they're not going to stand for that. They're going to look for other companies. And Northrop and Airbus are also looking for carve-outs if that deal happens to go forward. It blows my mind how messy this has become. It is incredible. But fundamentally, for me, I ran into some other information that is what becomes the crux of the matter. There's lots of media on Boeing and how they're focused on money and not safety. Well, we need Boeing, and we need them to be more than just viable. We need a thriving Boeing. We need their investment, we need their smarts, we need their experience, we need their power. And we have to acknowledge those financial issues. Here's what rubs me the wrong way and where I think this breakup idea has some merit. Boeing has lost over $13 billion on just 5 fixed price contracts with the DoD. They have lost over $7 billion alone on the KC-46 program. That is the tanker that's a derivative of the Boeing 767 cargo airplane. Boeing's losses are orders of magnitude more than Northrop or Lockheed Martin have accumulated on programs like the B-21 for Northrop. Hey, $13 billion puts a lot of pressure on other divisions of Boeing to make up for that. Commercial aircraft and space are two of those divisions that have to be under incredible pressure to make up the delta. And besides that, the Boeing board can't find a successor to the current CEO. Wait, what? What responsible company in this industry doesn't have a succession plan? Are you kidding me? But maybe they could find a couple of other, maybe lesser CEOs that could handle sizable companies, maybe, 80,000 member companies apiece. Maybe they could focus on their own priorities that way, some for financial reasons and some for safety, like the commercial airplane piece. And these types of events serve as a reminder to what responsibility means. Constant and unyielding vigilance. And even then, shit happens. Hey, just a thought. Start the discussion. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'm looking forward to reading them. And speaking of shit happens, let's talk about Crowdstrike, the global IT outage caused by a crappy Crowdstrike update cost Fortune 500 companies over $5 billion. Over 5,000 flights were canceled over several days, and only now is Delta recovering from this fiasco. So I ask, what cyber guru gave godlike access to all these systems and thought that was a great idea? In what world does that kind of access not create a risk? Crowdstrike says it wasn't malicious, but is that true? I don't think so. I think a lack of discipline, a lack of testing, a lack of oversight, complete complacency, maybe all of those things together allowed that cyber event to happen. And that's just plain wrong. With godlike access to systems, like with travel and groceries, I said comes great responsibility. These high-profile CEOs have something backwards. Responsibility is all the time, and it occurs before the event. You just don't go into a drawer, open it up, and pull out and take responsibility. You had it beforehand. When the stuff hits the fan, it is your responsibilities were already in place. You are now accountable for the fallout, and your actions or inactions are what need to be measured. I'm sorry, but a $10 Uber gift card is not a good enough apology to those affected by this fiasco. And yes, that information is out of TechCrunch that they did provide a $10 Uber gift card to those that were affected. Hey, talk to Delta about whether that's going to be good enough. I don't think so. Hey, thankfully, the FAA is steadfast in its protection of the NAS and has infrastructure where they were not impacted by this and can provide all the help that the airlines needed. There's even another YouTube video by the Deputy COO for Operations about how they helped the system on that fateful day. Hey, stay strong, FAA. You can't accept that $10 gift card anyway, so just keep the NAS safe. And I thank you for your service. That was a lot for this week. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you like what you're hearing. But hey, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. I really want to hear about it. We'll see you next time.